Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time you are tuning in. I'm on a journey to improve all areas of my life by 2 millimeters each week, and I want to do that with you. Hi, I'm Rachael Goldsworthy. Oops, I hit my microphone, and welcome to 2 millimeter Monday, where we're going to do things together and shake it up a little bit. Do you think you can tell that I'm in holiday mode already? I'm not too sure. Let me get this off so I can actually see what I'm doing. Alright, how is everybody? What are we up to? What are we doing? I'm getting ready for holidays, as you can see. Hat is a very important part of that. Hey Les, nice to see you on the line. I promise I won't be saying that again. I'm welcoming everybody to the live with me. And what I thought is, there's a quote that Abraham Lincoln, I'll read it to you actually before we get started because it's pretty important. Abraham Lincoln was the 16th president of the United States, born 1908, and then he was assassinated in 1865. And he was known for the proclamation of the Emancipation Proclamation. And it was a really important thing, and being assassinated in 1865, I presume everybody can draw their own conclusions to that. But yeah, I just wanted to share a quote with you. I have done a book, for those of you who haven't seen it, it's Live, Love, Grateful. And Live, Love, Grateful is all about the quotes that were important to me and, important to me. And can everybody hear me okay? Can people put comments in below? Les, can you hear me okay? I'm not too sure. I'm just getting some messages from some people that they can't hear me. Maybe it's the settings, but if you can just pop in the comments below that everyone's hearing me, that would be great. So I've written this book back in 2019, of all things, and it stayed with me for 30 years. Started as a kid, and I used to write quotes down that inspired me, and I guess made me who I am today in, thanks Les, I really appreciate that for you checking, really made me for who I am, and things that inspired me as I was going through my life. And one of those quotes is, in the end, it is not the years in your life that count, it's the life in your years that count. And that's a quote by Abraham Lincoln. You're probably thinking, why is she going on about the 16th president of the USA and the proclamation of emancipation? But those sort of things are really important in our history. And as I say each week, it always makes me curious and think about different things. So part of that, and I've run out of copies of this, so I am putting another run through. So anybody's interested in a copy of that, that's all quotes and inspiration for each week. So this week I live for things that I love about the week, and this week I'm grateful for because. So it's a really cute thing that I put together. Well, I say it's cute because I did it, but it doesn't necessarily mean that. So a couple of things that I wanted to go through with you, and that was in relation to the holiday, okay? So, the holiday, you've really got to check, I guess, sorry, I'm just getting my hat and everything else in order here. I think I'm going to drop everything down in a second, but you can see everything in the background. I'm going to share all of those items with you. They're all of the things that I've sort of put together, and over the years of travel, the last time I travelled was in 2018. I obviously went away on weekends and, a couple of days here and there and so forth, but not away as such in a location that I just wanted to have a vacay stay or whatever it is that the cool kids call it these days. So when you're travelling, you're always looking at doing different things and the location. Where are you going? What's the climate going to be like? Where do you want to be? Who's going to be there? Is it going to be family? Is it going to be you and your kids? Is it going to be you and the fur kids? Is it going to be you and your partner? Is it going to be you and anybody else for that matter? The other thing that you've got to think about is, what am I going to require to travel to that location? Am I going to be able to drive? And am I going to be able to fly into that location? What are the requirements for that? So with my holiday coming up, I'm going to Indonesia, and a lot of Australians, we all travel to Bali, and there's different parts of Bali that we all travel to. And it's a wonderful part of the world. I promised myself I'd never go back there again 20 years ago, 30 years ago, I think it was. And funnily enough, here I am, but there was 6 people, or 5 other people that said to me, Rach, we're going to Bali, do you want to come along? I couldn't think of anything worse. But you know what, sometimes when you lean into it and you do that trip, it's kind of like that quote that I was talking about before, you know, puts the life in your years, and it's no more important now than any other time in our lives, because there's people out there that are going through their own struggles. A big shout out to those that I know and have spoken to. We've got people that are in palliative care, and our thoughts are with you and your family, and we love you, and we want to make sure that the transition to the other side is as comfortable as possible for you and your family. But it's been a very big week for us for many reasons, but as I say, that quote is really important, to put the life in your years, because you don't know when you're going to lose that life. So love to all of you that are going through that struggle at the moment, losing somebody that has been very important in your life. And Gemma's saying even one in the background. Yes, indeed. And I think that, you know, everything that we do in life is for a reason, but if you can make it meaningful and impactful, and just love the journey along the way, and love the adventure, and love the people that you're with, because you don't know when they're going to be taken away from you. This one is palliative care, and we are thinking of you. So you know who you are, and if there's anybody else that's struggling with this, our thoughts and our love goes out to you as well. So back to holidays and all things. I put the wide lens on so you can see the big mess on my bed. Does anybody else put their things on the bed and lay it out? I mean, this is my loft in the house that I own, and the loft has a spare bed. So I basically lay everything out. It's probably been out there for about 4 weeks. It doesn't need to be out there for 4 weeks, but just the same, I've laid it out here. This is a hat that you can actually use. The really good thing about these is they pack so well. So you can see here, and also underneath, it's a Sunseeker, so if anybody's looking for that. Sunseeker, and you can tie these up, so if you've got a big head like me, it doesn't matter, you can just pop it on. It'll totally fit every time. Whereas if you've got a little tiny head, that's okay, because it'll fit too. You can pull these 2 cords together, and away you go. So location-wise, as I said, climate's really important. Is it going to be the rainy season? Will you need your poncho? What visas are you going to need to get into there? So for Bali, you actually need a B1 visa. The B1 visa will take you for 30 days or an extension of 60 days. Now, what you can do is do that online, or what I found, and any of this information I'm giving you is from my personal experience. I'm not giving you any advice in regards to travel. If you make your own decisions, please do so. I'd love for the comments below. Anybody that's travelled to Bali, add to my little list here. I'd love to hear about it. That's my little disclaimer at the front end. Throughout the whole video, I'll be referring to different things that I'm not an expert on, but I'd love to share this with you, because it's been a bit of a journey for me, getting back into travel after COVID, after all of the things that we've been frightened of, but just jumping back on the horse, as it were. So the B1 visa is what I was talking about, and with the visa, if you do that online, you just put a few, there's a few questions that you need to answer, like your name, sex. Don't say twice in Noosa, anything like that, that some people might. Anyway, the B1 visa, 30 days online. Then the extension to 60 days, you can do that online. If you don't do it online, then what happens is you've got to go to the embassy, or you've got to go to immigration, and immigration will make you take photographs, go there for 2 interviews, etc., those sorts of things. So just don't pack your boogie board, Gemma's saying. That's a good idea. Immigration won't be very happy if you pack your boogie board. I was considering lots of different things as I was travelling. You can see there's a big lot of stuff here, but I'm going to go through it as quickly as possible, and welcome everybody. I really appreciate everybody coming on the line with me. All right, so that is the hat. We've done the hat. We've done the visa. The visa is really simple. Alternatively, when you get to the airport, what you can do is line up. There's one line that says online visa, and then there's, or e-visa as they call it, or if you go to the right, then that's the visa that you line up for. It's about $50. I think it's $49.95 online for when I did it. So it's pretty simple to do, but it's all very possible. Either way, if you're not comfortable being online, you can do it offline as well. So that's one thing that you need to do. Walking shoes. I love my sketches, comfortable, you know, it's a great thing to have. I also like these ones, Ascent, because I wear orthotics, and these ones have got a higher, everyone's got to have pluggers, haven't they, when you go on your holidays to wherever it is, doesn't matter whether it's Bali or anywhere else, but big shout out to Great Feet. These are new, so I'm playing with them as though you know, you normally wouldn't play with shoes like this. Dirt underneath all the rest of it, but that's okay. So big shout out to Great Feet, they did a terrific job on the orthotics, but these ones are just natural. I think you can buy them from Athlete's Foot as well, and that will just make your walking around a lot more comfortable rather than flat shoes. When you've got the nights out, I love this brand, it's so cool. I love Billy, it says. And look at these little cute things. I just love them and I can't wait to wear them of a night time going out or just around the pool or just walking around, because it's going to be pretty warm, as I say. Make sure you have your travel insurance. Travel insurance is really important because you are also going to be in different locations that you're not familiar with. You might be using those scooters. You might be on ATVs that we're going. You might be diving like we might be doing. We might be snorkeling like we might be doing. So, or we've got it all planned. So hopefully it'll all come together, but you never sort of say definitely, because it's okay if you don't. We're quite happy with whatever we do. But big shout out to everybody. I'm looking forward to catching up with you over in Bali. The other things that you need to think about is when you are glasses. So OPSM, they have like an essentials kit. You can clean your glasses if you want. Really unnecessary item, but I kind of like to carry that because then I always have something like that. Banana boat, so really good singer, as you can tell. Banana boat, sensitive skin if you've got that. If not, doesn't matter. Going to tan up for the holiday, so I'm looking forward to that. I always use an SPS, some sort of Nivea, some sort of lip balm that you use. It's really important to have all of that, because if you don't have that, sometimes your lips can get a bit dry, a bit of bio oil or whatever it is that you use. Another thing, cash. I went to the exchange at Rouse Hill. There's money exchanges that, you used to be able to get money at the banks, didn't you? But now the banks are sort of stopping doing that, and they're more doing the money exchanges. So you've got Rouse Hill, Blacktown, Parramatta are probably the closest ones. Or if you're a last minute person, you could probably do it at the airport as well. You'll probably pay a little bit more. I've got some money, I will get that for you and just show you what that looks like. Everybody needs one of these, maybe not. This is an RFID pack, safe packs. You can buy those at the Strand, or you could buy them wherever you wanted to. It has your passport, it has your cards, it's got everything in there. Obviously don't keep all your cards in the one spot. I've got another little, I hope everyone can see. If you can't see, just let me know, because I'm happy to change the direction or the location of what I'm doing. Do you like my flamingos? My little pineapples? I'm on holidays already, you can sort of tell, can't you? This is the passport holder. So if you want to take your, you can take your passport out of your RFID, but just make sure you've got some sort of RFID, because people can scan these, they can get your information, especially Visa cards as well. But if you carry a little bit of cash, that's what I was getting to, the cash and the passport underneath your t-shirt or underneath your sarong or underneath your dress or shirt or cozies or whatever it is, then that just sort of keeps a few things safe. So as I say, multiple places for things to be kept, and it's a little bit better for you. Now, with that, we're getting to the money part. Also, what you've got to have is a visa. So as I said, also your travelling documents. So make sure you've got your passport, you've got your itinerary, you've got your boarding pass. If you don't have a boarding pass, electronic, you can go online and print out what your travel agent sent through to you. So travel agents are great in regards to getting all the information for you, but I've got a copy of all of that. The other thing that I've got a copy of is the actual, all my Visa cards, or my debit cards, or anything that I'm taking. I'm not taking a lot of cards with me. I'm taking a little bit of cash and a little bit of baht, or repair, sorry, and that will just sort of keep me out of trouble with the money and everything else that I need whilst I'm over there. So I keep a little bit of cash for the Australian money, just in case I want to exchange that. Once again, you pay for the privilege of doing that, unfortunately, but it is what it is. And just trying to get that cash out for you to show you, but I haven't got that there, but that's okay. I'll pop it out a little bit later for you, and then we'll get that there. So make sure you've got a couple of those. So this one is a pack safe. So if you want a pack safe, you're able to use that, and that's RFID. If you don't have a pack safe and you don't want to spend the money on that, I've got a couple of other options for you as well. So these are Flylight credit card holders. So they're like $10, no, $8.99 I paid for these. So essentially what you can do is, I'll open one whilst you're here so that you can see what I'm doing. Essentially what you can do is you put your credit card inside that. So there you go. So you slide your credit card in that, and no one can scan your information. The amount of people that I've spoken to that walk around with credit cards in their wallet and have been skimmed or scanned as they go past, and people grab that information and then use your credit card without your permission, is astounding. We've had people over the years that have told me many different stories, and it's really good to stay on top of that. The other one is your this is your passport one. So if you don't have a passport RFID packet that you want to put it into, you can get that also from the Strand. I thought that was quite helpful. That was $8.99, so not a big money spender, but you know, $10 to be safe and knowing that your money is going to be yours and stay yours is even better. So that's that one. This is the RFID blocker for a passport as well, so you can get different things there. What else have we got in relation to that? When you're booking your flights, sometimes, like I'm a member of Qantas and Virgin, so sometimes they can give you extra points for doing certain things. So be mindful when you're booking it. You can use some of the points that you've got. I think I've got like, I don't know how many thousands of points that I've never used, but we're all a member of something, aren't we? So we get those flyby points, or Coles or Woolies or whatever it is, and if you use them wisely, you can, you know, I think I could get 2 world trips with the amount that I have, and I'm happy to share those with anybody that would like them. So what else do we take on trips? The other thing that you take on trips is a letter from your doctor. If you're, I've been openly saying that I'm an epileptic, and with that you've got to have prescriptions. So take your prescriptions with you. Also get a letter from your doctor to say what prescriptions that you're on, whether it's blood pressure, tablets, or whether it's anything else in regards to what you're going with. It's epilepsy, it doesn't matter. Just take your prescriptions with you, take the box that it's in, and also take a letter from your doctor stating that you take this particular medication for these reasons, and then when you go through customs, it won't be a surprise to them and you'll get through easily. The other thing that I find really useful when I'm travelling is a morning and night pack for myself, because I do have to take tablets in the morning and the night for the epilepsy. But it's really handy because then I don't forget. It's AM and PM, and they're just really simple to use. So another little handy thing. One thing too, if you're taking cold and flu tablets, I always find that the adrenaline's running whilst you're at work, and then when you take time out from work, you actually, you know, the adrenaline stops, you calm everything down, and you start to go into holiday mode. And has anybody else had the same experience when they get a cold or a flu when you're on holidays? You think, what is going on? The only time I get a cold and a flu. I always pack cold and flu tablets. I'm that friend that kind of brings most things if anybody needs anything as we go. So Gemma's saying, can we make the shirt our new office uniform? I think that might be a nice thing, you know, a bit of colour. There's a little bit of blue, no red and what have you, but we'll work with that. Cold and flu tablets, so make sure that your doctor, because some of these cold and flu tablets have pseudoephedrine in them. So that's for a bit of a no-no in some of the places. So make sure that it sort of causes drowsiness as well. So make sure that the doctor includes that on the letter that they do. And the change of weather, Les is saying, does that as well. So yeah, when you change from a cool temperature to a really warm and humid temperature, which is what we're going to in Bali, often that will just do that to you. Hello to everybody, welcome to you. I appreciate you joining me on the line for this 2mm Munda. Now, this is not something that any of us want to talk about. The Bali belly. I don't know whether you've had it. I've had it once. I've been over there twice before. This will be my 3rd time. And maybe that's why I vowed I'd never go back, but I'm certainly going to be prepared for this one. If you take probiotics 2 weeks before you go, it boosts your gut biome, and also you should be eating certain things on the lead up to it anyway, which will also improve your gut biome. But these things, as a little bit of a saviour, the Buscopan will stop the... I'm not a doctor, little disclaimer here, but I have used Buscopan many, many moons ago for a sore tummy. And you can also apparently use Imodium to stop it if it keeps going out both ends. So that may help, and that might be your saviour if you do get barley belly. So Ashley's saying work, fam, holiday is the next, Jim. Absolutely it is. So we've got the cold and flu. You may have some Nurofen as well, but just check which country that you're going to or which location you're going to, because some of them ibuprofen is not accepted, some of them it is. It's like any medication. It's a medication, so just make sure that you are up to date with all of that. Another thing that you may want to do, I'm asthmatic only when it's funny, you know, sports induced or when I eat sugar. Go figure. So if I eat sugar, I sort of start to get an itchy throat, and then all of a sudden I start to cough, and sometimes I need that. So I've cut a lot of the sugar out of my diet. 18 kilos down, people, so I've got another 10 to go, and then I'm going to keep you updated on this. I'm so excited about it. It's been a great journey, and 2mm is all part of it. I think, Gemma, you might be able to tell me, but where have we must have started about 5 years ago with a 2mm, but this is turning in a different direction, and I love it. Live, love, life. You need extender cords, or you need your power ports, or you need your phone chargers, and you know, you've got to have these sorts of things. This is a lightning one for the Apple, but depending on whether you use an Android or whatever it is. Another game changer I have got for you people is, you know, when you go overseas and you are searching for, oh well, what does Bali have? Have they got the adapter for this? And oh, I'm going to Europe, I need this. And then you've got 15 adapters at home because you've been in different parts of the world and you have no idea which one works with what. This little black box is going to save your life. I did a bit of research, and no, I lie. Gemma did a bit of research. Thank you, Gemma. I really appreciate you and everything that you do. And she found this little fantastic one. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining with me. Tonight we're talking about 2mm travel and pack. How to pack for today. I'm talking about Bali, but it could be any trip that you take. And we've got the long weekend coming up, and I'd love to hear where you're going on the long weekend. So back to this little adapter here. It's the coolest thing. I don't know whether you can see here or not, but they've got all the different European and Australian, etc. So if you push this out, that's for Australia. So you can plug it into Australia. If you're in Japan, you just turn it that way and it goes straight in. Or if you want to pop it away, you just press the button on the side and pop it away. If, for example, you're in the UK, boom, out goes UK. Totally different one, but hey, it's there, ready to go. If you're going to Europe, boom, there's Europe. It looks a bit wrong me doing this, but anyway, you get the general idea. So the main thing is you can use this adapter for whatever you need, and see on the back end of that, you've got 2 USBs, and you've also got 2 Cs, C1 and C2. So depending on whether you've got an iPhone or if you've got a USB charger of some sort and you just need to plug it in, that's really, really handy. The other thing that it's got is power surge, because when you're going to these different tropical islands, or you know, Australia even, we've got lightning bolts that come down, and you have a bit of a power surge. We've got friends in the Philippines, and they're always getting their power outages, and the last thing you want to do is buy a new camera or a new phone, take it over there, all excited to use on holiday, and bam, comes down the lightning, and then you wreck it all. So anybody want one of these, let me know in the comments and I will send the link to you. What else have we got? Lovely rainbow coloured hair ties. I got a lot of hair, as you can sort of see, and it needs to be put back and done whatever with. So I'm not going to take all of these, by the way, but sometimes I pack for friends as well. So we've got the thicker ones because it doesn't, you know, break off the hair as much. You've got different colour ones, so colour coordinated. I am the friend. You can have whoever has the blue outfit, the white outfit, I can get you a yellow outfit for you, Gemma. That would be good for you. So that's that one. When you go swimming, I am going to do some ocean swimming. No, I'm lying again. I actually do ocean floating. I love just floating around in the ocean. I dive in with all intention to do laps. No, I don't actually do that either. It's kind of like my running. I love just swimming in the ocean. I love catching waves. I love surfing. I love body surfing. I love kayaking, all of those sorts of things. So yes, they do match my shirt, don't they? These are little goggles that you can wear. You can do a little bit of snorkeling with that sheet and just put the snorkel on if you want, if you don't want to pack too much. Red, white, and blue. I just thought that was great. So that's our colours, our corporate colours as well. Everybody, when they're doing camera work, when they're overseas, everyone likes to capture the moment when they're with the monkey, or they can see that beautiful sunset, or they can be with their family and friends, or their special partner or special person in their life, whoever that may be. This one here, it's called a little Jody. You can attach it to a tree. So if you've got a tree or something, or, you could do it this way if you want. So if that was a tree, and you could attach that to the tree, put your phone camera here, whatever it is, and if you have a clip, it's got to be a female clip that goes, a 1/4 inch female clip that goes into it. It's also got, I don't know whether you guys can see that or not, it's got a level. So if you want to get that level shot for the horizon, for the sunset, or if it's a particular thing that you want to get, you can use that. So I really like this one. The other thing that it does is vertical and horizontal. So if you're a person that likes to have the camera horizontal, you can have the camera there. If you want to push it back up, you can have the camera here, one way or the other, and you can still have that level. So it just keeps everything there. We're travelling pretty well through all of this information, aren't we? This one here, when you go on a little lunchtime or afternoon trip, whatever, you can just rip this over your shoulder. It's a really handy bag. It's also RFID protected. So pop in the comments below anybody that's got any bags or any thoughts on this. It's only 2 sort of slots in there, but also you can lock this one. So if you're needing to get a little bag, Strand bags have these. It's their own brand. It's the Neve brand, so it's really quite easy. $40, $50, something like that. It would be easy to pick up. The other thing that I love is the tote bag. So this tote bag, leather straps, navy. It's called the Wanderer. The Wanderer is, it could be, it's your bag that you take on the check-in. Okay, you're not allowed to have more than 7 kilos on check-in. On carry-on. Whereas you check in, you have sort of 20 kilos for economy, around about 30, 32 kilos for business class, and around about 50 to 65 kilos for first class. So depending on which class that you're travelling, I mean, everybody should just travel on the same plane, and we should all just share everything together. That's the way I look at it. But anyway, this is going to be my carry-on in the plane. So what I can do, shameless promotion, Live Love Water. I can put that straight in the side there. Any of those that know me know I love snacks. Twisties fit nicely in this little tote bag. So you've got this tote bag here. The other thing that it does, that goes, when you've got your rolly bag, grab the rolly bag here. So this is my bag. It's a 75 centimetre bag, right? So you pull this up. But you don't want to lose your bag. You know those people who go travelling and trying, I'm going to hold my bag and I'm not too sure what's going on with it. Well, all you do is do this. So you're walking along, you've got your bag, you've got everything here, and it's just the best thing. So, with that being said, I'll show you this other bag in a second. Whoops. The bag's going everywhere here. And look, there's even more snacks. Killer pythons, another favourite of all of ours. Simples, exactly. So water on the side. The other thing I like about this bag is you've got a little strap. So if you don't feel like putting the bag over your shoulder, which I don't really feel comfortable with, but you can do that. You can pull the old straps out, little leather strap, and attach it. So that would be fun. I don't know what Jim is saying. She's having fun saying it. The other thing you may need on the plane is your little sleepy sleep. So sometimes in the plane you want to have a bit of a snooze and you're not too sure what you're doing. So the other good thing about that is you can have a little hole there, attach it with a string to the backpack or your carry-on so you don't lose any space in the bag, and because you're carrying it, they won't charge you for the weight. Not that there's much weight in that anyway, but sometimes it does get down to the last 100, 200, a kilo, whatever it is, and you just got to think about things. So what else have we got here? Aha! A sarong. Everybody needs a sarong when they're going to the temples and those sorts of things. So it's got to be ankle length, or put it over your shoulders, the modesty things, and so forth. So just make sure, big shout out to Sharon, thank you for lending me the sarong, because I don't have a sarong of that type, so I do appreciate it. Other things, I just love this. This here, you can have it as a dress, you can have it as a shirt. It's got these little pockets on the side. I'm going to wear this over my swimmers and just walk around like a dress. I know. Everyone's raising their eyes on that one. But yeah, it's just a really, really cool thing. And it's like full length here. So it sort of goes down there. And then if you want, you can roll these up as well. And it's sort of got a little tiny thing that comes up there. So that's one option that I've got. Another option that I've got, if you don't like white, I mean, white just goes well with everything and you can sort of get around on it. It's a navy option. It's different brands. It's a Janssen brand, but once again, you can do the dress scenario. Really cool material. You've got to get breathable linen or some sort of cotton or something. So it's not going to stick to you. You don't want tight things sticking to you when you're going on holidays. You just want to relax, wear your swimmers and wander around, do whatever you've got to do. So that's that one. The other thing that I like wearing is Sportscraft have got a really nice, I know everybody laughs at me because I iron everything. I iron shirts, I iron my shorts, I iron everything before I go on holidays. And thanks Ash, yeah, they are stunning dresses, and I think that everyone's just going to feel comfortable walking around in them. Whoever gets them, one size fits all. Like, I'm quite large, and I just felt really comfortable in them, and I think that they're beautiful. So these ones here, as I say, everyone laughs at me because I iron my shorts. Don't judge me, people, please don't judge me. But these are Sportscraft, and they're just really handy linen. 3/4 shorts, so if you want to be a bit modest, you can not worry about showing off your legs. If you want to be modest, if you don't want to be modest, you want to go for it, do something else. Same thing here, I've got some khaki pants, so you know, the old white, navy, khaki, it's all pretty easy going. Hey Brian, how are you? Nice to see you from the States, all the way from the United States. We're talking about the 16th President of America, Abraham Lincoln, with one of his quotes earlier, Brian. So the other thing that I would do is take away some spare glasses with you. Alright, so I've got prescription glasses, and I've also got sunglasses. So what I'm doing is putting sunglasses and a spare pair of sunnies in there. So these are my old ones. They might not see as well, but at least I can get another prescription if I lose these glasses. Now with the glasses, what I also did, no I didn't do, Gemma helped me out again, thanks Gem. This one here goes around your neck and you put it on your glasses. So those monkeys in the forests that want to steal your glasses or steal your bags well, they're not getting my glasses because I have got myself, it's navy of course, navy goes with everything. So does red and so does white. And they're the Australian colours, and I'm not apologising for that at all. Now, Gemma inspired me. This was hers, and she thought that it would suit me better, probably because she thought it was too old. But I thought, this is pretty cool. Like this is it gets lost in my hair colour. But same thing. That's really cool. So if you're going out to dinner of a night time and you want something a bit bougie, as Gemma calls it, you can put that on there, and then no monkeys would be getting away with my glasses again. So what else have we got? Now, if you are looking, make sure you take some Kleenex tissues. You don't have to take 6 of them. I got 6. Thank you, Hayley. Make a big shout out. I appreciate you getting me those. I will break that down and probably share that around with a few different people. Tony Robbins gave me this hat, Live, Love, Lucky. Well, that's what I call it anyway. It's not Live, Love, Lucky, but and it's sort of Live Lucky. So I will be taking that on my walks to America, and I will be living to Bali, and I'll be living lucky. Now, another thing that you may want to do too is, I've got big hair clips as well because my hair is like really long. My hairdresser did actually say that if you put your hair up, okay, so if you put your hair up sort of halfway like this, and then you turn it up, oh gosh, it's going everywhere, isn't it? And then you put it up in this little bad boy. I'm not going to do it because I'll make it an absolute schmozzle of it, but I'll practice in the mirror and I might get it right when I'm over there. So I'll let you know, I'll keep you posted, but not too expensive, a couple of dollars, you can get that. When I was in France, I got this hair brush. It was really good. It's kind of a bit smaller than the normal hairbrush. It's all that size, isn't it, people? So I got this hairbrush when I was in Paddy, and I loved it. So I just carry it everywhere. It reminds me of the travel that I've done, and pick up, maybe one thing that's useful rather than things that you're never going to use again when you're on holidays. And it's a kind of a nice thing. Thank you for everybody joining me 2mm Monday. We are going through the packing and travelling tips of going to Bali, of all things. Now, this is something you're saying, what is that? Well, this is something that you could put your glasses in, gone. You could put your phone in. But if you are going kayaking, which I am doing, I am going over a weir, which I am doing. It's going to be fun. It's about 20 foot high, and I'm not too sure what might happen to my gear. But if I put it all in here, and then I can roll it over if I want, and then what I do is just pull this around here, and then click that in like that. So then everything in there is nice and dry. So whatever it is, it could be a passport, could be anything, you could attach that to your bag. Like I'll probably take that bag, put that over my shoulders, pretty waterproof too. I can attach that in there, I can attach that here on the side of it with the clip that it's got. And then this little buoy, or buoy as they say in the States, that will float it. So if you lose it, it doesn't matter because you'll find it down the river, wherever you fell out of the boat, the dinghy, whatever it is. So when I'm going snorkeling, I'm going to take this with me to dry. You can also get larger ones as well, and they can act as a laundry bag. So if you've got a laundry bag, or if you don't have a laundry bag, use that as your laundry bag in the meantime, and it also helps. One thing too, if you're packing your dog on your holiday, which I can't do going to Bali, but I would love to do. This is Brucey. Brucey's my Scottish Terrier. This is Bruce's little life PFD, personal flotation device. So he sits in there, and then I get to pick him up if he falls in, and you can do up the straps on the side, and I know that when he's by the water he can be safe with me, and he is not going to be in any danger whatsoever. So if he falls out of the boat, or if he falls into the water and he's not too sure what's going on, he's going to be safe. So that's my biggest priority. If you want to do the Bunnings special and you want to more sort of, you can go to, I think this is Bunnings, or where was it? I don't know. Can't remember where I got this from. No, it was Kmart actually. Yeah, Sunseeker, Kmart or Target or one of those. It's like $15. Can't go wrong. And then you got, it's navy as well, like that. And I felt like I was in the islands already with the type of grass skirt look of it. Now, if those of you who watch the Entitled Housewife, I love this. Trish, eat your heart out. I mean, I'm going to lose myself underneath. I can't even see myself, but it's sort of like there somewhere. But if I'm by the pool or something, this is the best thing. It's like $15, $20. I'm not too sure. It could be more. Or go to DFO. There's plenty of things out there. Les is saying it looks like her shoe. Yeah, you've got big feet, I know you do, but I don't think they're quite this big. I'm a size 41, what are you? So that's the hat. Now, when you're packing, this is a carry-on luggage as well, and my puppy dogs wanted to go with me. Yeah. Can you believe? No, they don't. Not this trip. But these are two Scottish Terriers that remind me of them. I'm not taking that with me, and I'm not going to cuddle in bed, don't worry. But if you wanted to do some sort of carry-on, this is a Samsonite, really handy. It's got your sort of luggage if you want your day luggage, and then you can put like your computer in here, you can put your notepad there, you can put your pens and pencils or whatever it is that you have. You've got a strap here that holds that up nicely. You've also got, that zippers up, and then on the other side, these are ones that I've used for different things. I use them for the day flights that I do from time to time, but I don't know, can my people see that? Can you see? Yeah, so you can put your pens and everything else in there, and this one here's got a little bit more space, so you've got extra things. And then once again, you've got the extendable, and I love this option to have the wheels, 4 wheels, don't get 2 wheels, 4 wheels are so much easier, because you don't have to do any work then. Just pop it down the floor, and boom, away she goes. You can lean on it every now and then too. So I've done the hat, done the shirts, I've done the, I've got something else. I'm wearing something on the plane, which is really, like, really simple stuff. I'm really not going out there at all. I'm wearing a big oversized shirt, only because I don't want to be on the plane, and they've got my linen pants as well. So linen navy pants, and it's a white shirt underneath, like a white t-shirt, singlet underneath, so I can do a layer. And then, you know, if I want to make sure that I'm comfortable, that I'm not having, you know, to fight with anybody because I'm too hot or too cold, or, you know, Goldilocks is beside me. There's also some white pants too, so when you get over there, once again, I iron everything before I go away. You figure it out. I'm not too sure why I do this, but it's one of those things that I like doing because it's all ironed. The other thing I will speak about is how you pack, because when you pack, like, all of this stuff looks like a lot of stuff, but it's not really. It's like a couple of pairs of shorts, a couple of shirts. I've got also some, I call them tankinis. Well, that's what they are, aren't they? I got introduced to tankinis a little while ago. I'll show you those before we get into packing. Can you guys see this over here? I'll bring them over. You just don't know, do you? Okay. All right. We're getting serious. We're getting to the back end of it. All right. So I've got some shirts. Once again, I fold them within an inch of their life. I think it's because I have parents who are Virgos, and it's taught me well. Thank you, Mum and Dad. I appreciate you for doing that, because they're so organised and detailed, and I love that. And it just creates just such, there's no chaos when you get to the airplane. I just put some navy shorts in that'd be easy to wander around in. The tankinis are really cool because literally they're just, like, they can be the sports model. I get the sports model because I might be doing some activities whilst I'm out. There's other ones here which, just pretty simple sort of stuff, like, and then they just go under. I got these Sunseeker shorts. Oh, gosh, they look so big, don't they? Let's do this. But they're short shorts or long shorts or whatever it is. So there's one pair that look a little bit shorter. So they're short. But what you can see is what they do is they zipper up at the front here, right? But what is good about them is once you zipper it up the front, they've got a bit of elastic in them, so a bit of give if you're wanting that, and then they can just tie up at the front here. So anybody that wants to travel, like, these are the quick dry ones. So literally you hop out of the pool and it's done, dried. You can get them from DFO at Homebush as well. Really handy to, hey Danny, how are you? Nice to see you on the line, you beautiful creature. So I think I've sort of covered everything. I put in the background there my inspiration, palm trees on a beautiful shirt. That's one of the shirts that I will be wearing out to dinner. But I think we've covered off on everything to do with travel. If anybody's got any questions at all, I'm more than happy to answer those for you. It's been really nice to have everybody on the line with me today and see what they've been up to. Like, where was the last trip that you went? Do you think that we covered off on everything that we needed to? I kind of think that we have, and pretty much life is short. And as Abraham Lincoln was saying, you know, make sure that you spend the time with the people that you love. Make sure that you spend the time to take those trips and put the life into the moments of your life versus having a life but not having those moments together. Because it's so important as we get older, you realise there's only one thing, one commodity that we're actually running out of, and that's time. So I think, you know, trips are great, but I think it's the people that we take with us on our trips. So I'm really looking forward to, Brian's saying it's getting shorter every day. My American friend, how are you? I'm looking forward to catching up with you again. Brian might be coming out to Australia in October, so we'll wait and see with that. Thank you very much. But yeah, pop in the comments below what you've been doing on holidays, where you've been, what you've been up to, what your favourite things about travelling are, and also any tips that you've got for when people are travelling, because every country is different, every place is different, but make sure you take with you the people that you love and want to be with, and life is too short to not be there with the ones that you want to be with. And I'm really looking forward to going away with what were acquaintances and obviously becoming good friends, because the more time that you spend with them. And Ashley's saying have a fabulous time away. Yes, I certainly will, and I'm looking forward to, I'm going to try and update everybody. I've got access to, I shouldn't say that to the team, but I have got access to phone and computers and things like that, because I think after COVID the world got a lot smaller. You could work from any part of the world and still be very effective at what you did. So with that being said, I hope everybody has a wonderful week ahead. You've enjoyed this 2mm Monday on travel and packing and all the things to do with what you are getting on the next plane or doing the next thing. I'd love to connect with everybody. If you've got any questions, please let me know. I'm always happy to help, whether it's this or another. I am also going to try and get on a live next week. It may be a different time slot because I think Bali's 2 hours behind, so that's another thing that you have to factor in. Make sure you're at the airport 2 to 3 hours before. International flight is different, obviously, than the domestic flight. You can almost jump on a plane as they're boarding, but with customs, you never know what time you're going to require to go through the customs. And with the carry-on too, make sure you're only carrying that 7 kilos. You don't want to get done at the airport for having more than what's required. And make sure that you check with your carrier to find out what those requirements are. Have a fun time, everybody, whilst I'm away. Be flamingos, be pineapples, be palm trees. I identify as a holiday over the next couple of weeks, and I'm really looking forward to sharing that with my new friends. And I'm really looking forward to hearing about your stories as well. So please reach out, let me know what you're doing, especially Danny. I'd love to hear from you and your beautiful family and see how you're going. I haven't spoken to you for a little while, but I'd love to catch up at some stage. All right, well, with that being said, have a wonderful night. And as Abraham Lincoln said, make sure you put life into your years, because it's so important to take care of one another and be with the people that you want to be with. Have a great night, everybody. Good week ahead, and I will see you next week on a live, if not before. Bye for now.